Imagine an aging golf legend, once celebrated for his triumphs, now battling against the clock and younger rivals in a high-stakes scramble for survival. Welcome to the dramatic world of PGA Tour Q-School, where dreams hang by a thread and every swing could redefine careers. Just 1 hour ago, news broke from the PGA Tour Q-School presented by Korn Ferry, where seasoned pro Camilo Villegas is neck-and-neck in the pack chasing precious 2026 Tour cards. This isn't just any tournament, it's the ultimate qualifier where players grind through grueling rounds to secure their spot on golf's biggest stage. For those new to the game, think of it as a rigorous exam that separates the elite from the rest, determining who gets to play in the PGA Tour's full events. Villegas, a 5-time winner on the tour, is no stranger to pressure, but at 43, his journey this week adds an emotional layer to the competition. Heading into the weekend, Villegas sits just one shot behind the leaders, tied for 6th place after a flawless 6 under 65 on Dyes Valley course at TPC Sawgrass. For beginners, that score means he played 11 holes under par, avoiding any mistakes, a testament to his skill. As one of the more experienced and successful golfers in the field, Villegas is competing in just his 3rd Q-School ever, a rarity for someone with his pedigree. Yet here he is, right in the thick of it, proving that passion for the game never fades. But here's where it gets controversial. Does age really have to be the enemy in professional golf, or should veterans like Villegas get a fairer shot without battling rookies fresh out of college? After all, he's not just another player, his story resonates with anyone who's ever fought against the odds. Reflecting on his round, Villegas shared insights that highlight his love for the challenge. If you've spent as much time on the PGA Tour as I have, you thrive on the competition, the hard work, and the tests it throws at you. That's exactly why we're all here, he said post-round, emphasizing how the thrill of pushing limits keeps him motivated. He acknowledged the harsh reality: there are so many young talents eager to break into the tour, and as we get older, staying competitive in your 40s becomes increasingly difficult. Despite this, Villegas has bucked the trend, maintaining his spot on the tour into his 40s and even claiming victories in that decade, a feat that's impressive and inspiring. But he stays grounded. What I achieved before doesn't count, it's all about the present moment. His decision to enter Q-School's final stage was straightforward after a tough 2025 season. Finishing 155th in the FedEx Cup fall standings, explained simply, the FedEx Cup is a points-based system tracking performance across events to determine status and playoff eligibility. Villegas saw this as his ticket back to full tour access for 2026. After a rough year ending up that low in the FedEx Cup, qualifying directly into this event felt like the obvious choice, he explained. Suddenly, this becomes the year's most crucial tournament, with only the top 5 securing full status by Sunday. Fingers crossed, I'll be one of them. He reiterated that past successes, like his 3 years of 40s-era wins, hold no weight now. That 2025 campaign was indeed challenging. Villegas made only 13 of 27 cuts, missing the FedEx Cup playoffs. His results in the FedEx Cup fall were sparse, a tie for 36th at the Bay Current Classic and a tie for 9th at the Bermuda Butterfield Championship were his sole highlights in 7 attempts. It's been over 2 years since his last tour victory, that poignant win at the Bermuda Butterfield Championship 22 months after the heartbreaking loss of his daughter. That triumph not only snapped a 9-year drought but also locked in his status through 2025. And this is the part most people miss, the human side of golf, where personal losses fuel comebacks. Villegas pours his heart into the sport. I adore the game, waking up each day to improve, embracing the difficulties, and reveling in the rivalry. Of course, it's far more enjoyable when you're performing well, but the frustration when you're not is part of the journey. Looking ahead to 2026, Villegas faces uncertainties, but a top 5 finish here would guarantee him entry into every full-field event next season. For context, the top 5 after 72 holes, that's 4 rounds, earn complete exemption status, meaning they can play in all major tournaments without worrying about qualifying. Projected tour cards: who might claim those elite spots? Through the first 2 rounds, 36 holes total, several players are poised for victory. The top 5 will gain full 2026 PGA Tour membership. Here's a closer look at the leaders, with some background to help you appreciate their stories. T1. Michael Figels, 7 under, famous for his incredible 59-shot round on the Korn Ferry Tour in 2023, a score so low it's legendary in golf circles. Figels, 28, a graduate of the University of Illinois, has struggled for consistent starts on tour-sanctioned events lately. This could be his breakthrough. T1. Trevor Cohn, 7 under after a disastrous 2025 on the tour, where he ended 161st in the FedEx Cup and lost all privileges. Cohn, 33, is on the verge of reclaiming his status entirely. T1. AJ Ewart, 7 under, a PGA Tour Americas member who aced the 5th hole at Dyes Valley on Friday with a hole-in-one, an exhilarating moment that boosts confidence. Ewart could leapfrog the Korn Ferry Tour and land straight on the main tour. T1. John Pack, 7 under, the 26-year-old former Florida State standout, who won all 3 major college golf awards in his senior year before turning pro in 2021, had a rough rookie tour season, finishing 152nd in the FedEx Cup. This is his chance to prove he's ready. T1. Kota Kaneko, 7 under, is Japan's top golfer this year, with 2 wins there. The 23-year-old Kaneko has limited tour experience, finishing tied for 33rd at this year's Bay Current Classic. This could launch his international career. Korn Ferry Tour bubble, the next tier for hopefuls. For those just outside the top 5, the Korn Ferry Tour offers another path. The next 40 finishers, and ties, will secure Korn Ferry Tour membership for 2026. The first 25, and ties, undergo a reshuffle after the 14th event, while the rest face it after the 10th, essentially, periodic adjustments to determine who keeps playing based on performance. After 2 rounds, 49 players are at 2 under or better, setting the current cutoff. Notable contenders include T6. Adam Svensson, 6 under, the XRSM Classic winner, who lost full tour status for the first time since 2020, aims higher than just Korn Ferry membership. T14. Luke Gutschewski, 5 under, fresh out of Iowa State this summer, he's following in his father Scott's tour footsteps. T27. Doc Redman, 3 under, a former tour player. Redman, who fell short in the Korn Ferry Tour points last year, would gladly take another season there to rebuild. T37. Ryo Ishikawa, 2 under, with 20 wins on Japan's tour, the 34-year-old veteran is eyeing a U.S. comeback. Whether he'd accept Korn Ferry status or push for tour remains uncertain. He's made 161 tour starts in his career. T37. Spencer Levin, 2 under at 41, this Korn Ferry Tour veteran needs a top 45 finish to boost his standing after missing the top 75 this season. He spent 6 years on Korn Ferry following a 7-year tour run. Other standouts in the field. Beyond the bubble, several familiar names are fighting their own battles. T6. Camilo Villegas, 6 under, as mentioned, the 5-time winner, stuck outside the FedEx Cup's top 150, relies on past champion perks for limited starts. He's only a shot from full status. T50. Nick Hardy, 1 under, half of the 2023 Zurich Classic winning duo. Hardy risks an unstable 2026 without improvement. He ended 175th in the FedEx Cup. T50. Jim Herman, 1 under at 48, the field's oldest, he's chasing an unlikely full tour return. With 3 wins, including the 2020 Wyndham Championship, he's got history on his side. T66. Harry Higgs, even par nearly victorious at this year's One Flight Myrtle Beach Classic, Higgs is scrambling for his livelihood. After a 73 in round 1, he rallied with a 3 under second round but needs a stellar weekend for tour reinstatement. T90. Adam Hadwin, 1 over, the former winner's woes persist. He already has Korn Ferry status, so a non-top 5 result won't change much for the Canadian. Norman Xiong, DQ disqualified for missing his second-round tee time after tying for last in the first 18 holes. The ex-world top amateur enjoyed a full tour year in 2024, but inconsistency struck. PGATour.com's Paul Hodowanek contributed reporting for this update. What do you think? Should the PGA Tour make qualifying easier for veterans like Villegas